Good morning, students. In the previous lecture, we studied about the Rajya Sabha. In today's lecture, we will study in detail regarding the Lok Sabha. Indian legislature consists of two houses and president. We have studied this point. Rajya Sabha we have studied, President we have studied, and next is Lok Sabha. That is a very much important part of legislature. The Lok Sabha is the House of the People. It is commonly known as the lower house and House of People, which is mentioned in the Constitution. Composition of Lok Sabha. It is mentioned in the constitution, maximum strength of the Lok Sabha can be 550 members and plus 2 nominated members. Among 552 members, states representative 530 members, union territories representatives 20, not more than 20, and nominated members 2 in the Lok Sabha, and president nominate these two persons, and these two persons belong from Anglo-Indians community. When president think the Anglo-Indian communities, no one member is present in the Lok Sabha. In that case, president can nominate two members of Anglo-Indian community which which be the members of Lok Sabha without election. The allotment of members to the various states is roughly on a population basis. Uttar Pradesh is represented in the Lok Sabha by 80 members. Andhra Pradesh sends 42 members, and Goa, Manipur and Meghalaya 2 members each. Each of the following states is represented in the Lok Sabha by one members only, like Mizoram, Nagaland and Sikkim. The Union Territory of Delhi sends 7 members to the Lok Sabha. Means the criteria for the representation is depends on the population, and also many seats are reserved for the different sections of the society in the Lok Sabha also. Like scheduled castes, this community's seats, reserve seats are 84. Scheduled tribes, 47 seats are reserved for these communities. In a reserved constituency, persons belonging only to these castes and tribes can contest an election, but all electors are allowed to vote. In simple way, we can say these communities persons only can contest the elections, and other voters can cast their vote. Due to the maximum population in such a type of constituencies of these communities, that's why our constitution has provided reservation of seats, and the duration of Lok Sabha is 5 years. The term of the House is 5 years if it is not dissolved earlier when a proclamation of emergency is in operation. The life of the House may be extended by a law of Parliament, but the extension shall in no case by more than a year at a time. Extension will not continue beyond a period of 6 months after the proclamation has ceased to exist. In other words, we can say normally Lok Sabha has 5 years duration, but in special cases it can be dissolved earlier, or in other special cases the duration of Lok Sabha can be increased. Now the powers and functions of Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha makes laws on matters included in the Union list and concurrent list, can introduce and enact money and non-money bills, approves a proposal for taxation, budgets, and annual financial statements, controls the executive by asking questions, supplementary questions, resolutions, and motions, and through no confidence motion, amends the constitution, approves the proclamation of emergency, elects the president and vice president, and removes judges of Supreme Court and High Court, establishes committees and commissions and consider their reports. Lok Sabha has more powers than Rajya Sabha. For example, Lok Sabha supremacy regarding money bills. Money bills only can be introduced in the Lok Sabha, and just Rajya Sabha suggests regarding these bills, and Lok Sabha has a supreme authority. It consider their suggestions or not. Second point, Lok Sabha's control over the executive. Executive means implementation organ of the government, that is Council of Ministers. Lok Sabha uh, controls and keep watch on the executive. Simply, Lok Sabha is more powerful than Rajya Sabha. I hope all the points regarding the Lok Sabha are clear to you. If you face any problem, you can ask. Thank you and have a nice day.